Okay, guys, this is a story about Russia and China that you are going to want to listen to the very end, because the implications of this one is remarkable. And it goes back to what we read specifically in Ezekiel 38 with respect to what Gog wants when he has an evil thought put into his mind to come against his friend Israel. Listen to this. This is an interesting set of points that have been jotted down, authored by a person by the name of Simon Watkins via oilprice.com. And this is what he says, because I want you to understand what has happened here. This happened about a week ago. Russia and China have inked a huge oil deal while soaring Ukrainian tensions continue to be on the rise. Now, here are 3 points that this guy makes that I want to read to you specifically that are very important, very pertinent to what I'm about to share with you. This is what it says. First point here: Moscow's state-owned oil giant Rosneft signed an $80 billion, not million, $80 billion 10-year deal to supply the China National Petroleum Corporation, known as the CNPC, with 100 million metric tons of oil. That's no joke, folks. 100 million metric tons of oil. Here's the second point he makes. This increase in crude oil delivery volumes and mechanisms to China is part of a broad-based strategy to circumvent, to as great a degree as possible, the effects of international sanctions against who? China, Rosh, Gog, of course, the leader of Russia. The third point here is this multi-level cooperation strategy between Russia and China provides financing into Russia from China, regardless of possible sanctions from U.S. and its allies. Now, let me give you my piece of analysis on this. First of all, Russia is wanting to insulate itself from what it knows is coming with respect to the kind of sanctions that will minimize the amount of money that's coming into their economy. They're seeking to fix it. The problem is China or Russia is not thinking ahead in considering the fact that its own energy desires is going to increase substantially, and the energy that China buys from them is going to be to Russia's detriment. The other problem they're not considering is the fact that China's economy is tanking, and they might not even make the financial obligation created by the consumption of oil, and as a result will cause Russia's need to grow for natural resources. Hence, we get to Ezekiel chapter 38 when we find out that Gog leads this coalition of nations, Russia, of course, the primary, against Israel, attacking Israel because it wants the resources and the spoils that Israel has. That would seem to imply the fact that the nations that are attacking Israel are going to start suffering significantly with respect to the resources that it possesses. And I'm willing to bet you we are watching a prime setup for that evil thought that will enter into the mind of Gog as he leads all of these nations to attack Israel. Folks, the Bible continues to be real, and things just got real. Time to open up our eyes. Time to be sober and watchful. Keep in mind, Jesus is coming soon, and we're watching the world stage being set. Make no mistake about it. We are watching some world history, precedent-setting things happening. It's unbelievable. Heads up, folks. Jesus is coming. God bless you.